Oh my God.
Why are you guys so excited?
Oh man, excited, nervous.
Dude,
Tarot card episode before this show.
Same.
And let me tell you, there's something to it. There's a lot of juice with this here event.
So
I'm very excited to see what we got going on this year.
Well, now it's time to bring on the star of the show, the Good Witch, and perhaps the person most responsible. I would still probably go Jokic, but it's close. Jokic, or maybe our guest and host for the show today, Ariana Lenarsky. Everybody, welcome in. The Good Witch, Ariana.
let's go.
Hi, Ariana. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
This as we do.
I'm very excited.
Do you ever do like one on your own to just see how it's gonna go?
No.
like a test run.
In all sincerity, so we tell a story every year, but you pick the Nuggets out of a hat. Fate chose you to become a Nuggets fan, and since that exact moment, everything has been great. Like, Ariana, think about this.
Yeah.
The Nuggets were never going to win a championship. That's like the craziest thing ever, and then they did it. Honestly, do you kind of feel like, hey, I brought some vibes?
Well, every single person in my life has told me that I'm responsible for the Nuggets winning. So, it's hard to not feel totally delusional and think that I did cause the Nuggets to win the championship.
We feel the same way, so it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm deciding to just own it. I knew the whole time. And so this is just what I do. And you're welcome.
It's pretty it's like kind of inarguable. If somebody said you're not responsible for it, how could they say that?
I'm telling
what is the evidence against it?
There's no evidence against it.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
you can say that there's no evidence for, but there's not an ounce of evidence against.
I'm telling you, the Nuggets, I really believe, and this was Ariana's discovery about Roberta the Witch, I really do believe that there was a bad juju, and we needed the good juju from the Good Witch.
Juju.
We needed the good juju from the Good Witch to slowly untie the curse, and it finally happened. I feel like
this is how it all starts. They're going to build me up, and then they're going to tear me down.
I've actually thought about that too. I'm like, we can't. We give it credit, then do you blame? You can't do that. We're just all part of this.
No, you're pot committed at this point. You get the accolades. You have to. It all comes with it.
It's out of her hands, fellas. It's in the cards. This is why we turn to the cards.
She's merely she's a conduit. She's not making it happen. She's a mere conduit, and she's chock full of vibes.
No. Let me just, before we get into this, let me just ask you, just what was the experience like for you, watching the team do what they did last year?
I mean, it was totally surreal. I don't know if I told you guys, but oh my God, this will actually sound even crazier. But my birthday is May 22nd, and that is the day. Yeah.
Mine's May 21st.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Holy smokes, dude. Yeah. New podcast right after this. Me and you talking birthdays.
We're twins. Well, maybe you remember even as well as I do. But May 22nd was Game 4 when they beat the Lakers, and that was the very first time that they went on
To the finals,
for that.
yeah.
And I was there. I was at that game. Someone literally gave me tickets.
Of course.
And I went. So I was on my birthday in the stadium watching them do something they had never done before ever. So it was really overwhelming. So it was kind of surreal. It was a really surreal and miraculous experience. And I was kind of in shock. It was like at time, I don't know if you guys felt this way at all, but sometimes it was so amazing that I couldn't even emotionally connect to it. So I was like,
Yes. Yep.
I don't know how to even like process this. So
Yeah.
I feel like I've been processing that they've won over the entire summer. And there'll just be moments where I'll be like, they won. Like, we are champions. Like, we won. So I don't know if you guys have felt that way at all.
Of course, nonstop. And then the craziest part of it, honestly, is I really do feel like this vibes reversal where I've always felt somewhat cynical about the Nuggets and their chances. And now I just feel so optimistic about everything. I just am eternally optimistic as a fan now. And it's like I'm born again.
Yeah.
So,
It'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting this year. I don't know. We'll see what we get. But it's true. We're now in this new phase where anything can happen. Anything could happen.
yeah.
And it's like we now have to face the season in a new way. It's not just about how are we going to lose. It's like, what are our new,
Yeah.
We have to face success. We have to look it in the eye, and we have to accept it. Be it the team themselves or fans, we all collectively let go of hell.
Yeah.
But now we're not in hell anymore. We're like, oh, I have to build a new house. I lived in hell for so long.
What are the new challenges?
Yeah, we got to build that house.
So, do you have the deck in front of you?
Oh boy.
Anything we should know before we get started about the deck or about this
No.
reading?
Everyone, we should all ground. Everybody get your feet flat on the ground if you're watching. Wow, this is going to be exciting, actually. Okay. All together, we're all going to take 3 deep breaths before we get started.
Okay.
So get on the same page. So everybody close your eyes. And we'll take one deep breath in and out.
Holy smokes.
Next deep breath in and out.
Great. Guided meditation.
Feel the power searching for you. Last deep breath in
I feel like we should do this every podcast.
and out. Open your eyes.
We are so connected right now.
Oh my God, dude. I am
All on the
grounded.
same page. We're all on the same page. So I'll just say a little prayer and I'll say, I call upon my highest self to read tarot for the Denver Nuggets community in perfect alignment with our greatest and highest good and the highest good of all involved.
I love that. Our first card is for Christian Braun.
Holy
Christian
smokes.
Braun.
Okay.
There
Let's
it
do
is. Heck yeah.
It's the new of beards.
Our witch hat. All right. Christian Braun, everybody. Here we
Holy
go.
smokes.
Wow, we are really going to jump
We're
in
just
here.
going into it. Ariana, we're all gas, no brakes.
What is we going to see for Christian Braun? Interesting. Okay, we're getting a quiet card.
Okay.
I got to figure out how to hold this up.
There we go.
Here we have the 4 of Swords.
Four of
Swords. Hang on. I got to stop you right there. Anyone want to guess what we got for Christian Braun last year?
What was it?
It was the 4 of Swords.
Whoa!
No!
Yes. So I don't want to interrupt you, but this is what we had last year.
No, I think this is really useful. I'd like to know this as we go. Well, that throws things into a really interesting thing. Okay, then I think we're going to see more of the same.
Yeah.
Like, I think then more of the silent killer. Like, this is a guy who quietly gets things done. So, oh no, don't show up. No. What is this site? Okay.
She doesn't trust it.
I don't trust
Get it off.
this site.
Get it off the
Get
screen,
it off,
Kale.
Kale.
I'm sorry.
Why are you messing with the vibes, dude?
Use learntarot.com. That's the best site you can use. I'm so serious.
Yeah.
We
No,
trust you.
listen.
We defer.
What you say, we do. That's just all there is to it.
I mean, I think this is interesting on its own. It's a very it's a card you see when you're reflective and you're kind of pulling back and you're trying to like listen to your inner voice.
Yeah.
But knowing what that he literally got this card last year, which is insane to me, I think we'll just see more of the same. Like, I think he'll just be, I don't know if we'll even necessarily see him like get to the next level or anything. I think we'll get a continual, the role that he played last year. I think he's going to continue this year without much of a change. Like, this is a very inactive type of card. If that makes sense.
I think it's good though.
It is good.
Consistently,
Yes.
Christian Braun's so consistent.
Yeah, Mr. Consistent. Same thing. Mr. Consistent.
Super reflective, like staring into the Larry O'Brien trophy to check your own beard.
Winning his 6th straight championship. He's already at 5. We might as well get 6 in a row.
Yeah, why don't we reflect on that?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I think that's a good, Ariana, I feel like that's a good first card.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I like it. Up next, we have Reggie Jackson.
Okay.
So, Reggie, what are we going to do?
I don't feel that nervous about it, but I'm ready for it, though.
I like this for him. Knight of Cups.
The Knight of Cups? Okay. The Knight of Cups.
He's got to wear his heart on his sleeve this whole year.
Another accessory?
And he plays in sleeves, yeah.
He's got to have sleeves, glasses, and his own heart?
Okay.
Knights are interesting. Knights can help or hurt situations, and that really is Reggie Jackson to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd like him to realize that his emotions are the most important thing he provides, like aside from his other stuff. Like if he can see himself as the heart of the team a little bit more, which he might need to step up and do that since Bruce Brown's gone. Like if he can, and I think he can. If he can fill that emotional role that we'll be looking for a little bit now that Bruce is gone, I think he'll help a lot. And what I hope is that he and other people on the team will know to take him out if things get a little too soggy and slow and like I hope we pull him sooner rather than later. Because the Knight of Cups can go either way. He's a great guy. He's an amazing, emotional guy, but like he doesn't always help a situation.
I cannot wait. I can't wait to start referring to bad bench stints as being soggy.
Being soggy.
This is perfect for Reggie, right? A volatile impact on the floor. I would say off the floor, our training camp and preseason reports on Reggie were very similar, very in line with this. Kind of seeing himself as a Nugget, taking an emotional leadership role.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So I could see Reggie stepping into this. This is a good card for Mr. Jackson.
It's true. And we have a hole left by some veterans that were a little bit they were emotional leaders. And we still have DeAndre Jordan, but we've lost Jeff Green.
Okay.
We lost Bruce Brown. There is a place for Reggie Jackson to step in and provide some of that veteran leadership. And just so long as he doesn't get too soggy. I couldn't agree with that anymore.
I do see that this one tends to go with emotion more than logic. Is that right? That this is a very emotional replacing logic. Okay.
We have to watch for that.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll definitely have to watch for that. Let's
take a break.
All right, let's take a quick break, Ariana. Woo. We got to pay a bill real quick. We'll take a quick break, but on the other side, Zeke Nnaji.
Okay.
As well as most of the rest of the bench.
Let's not forget this.
We're not going to forget him like we did last year.
Hey, don't forget about Soul Savvy. They've been around since 2018, and their mission has always stayed the same. Get sneakers into the hand of people who love them most. So many of these so-called sneakers communities, they're really just reseller communities, and that's the deal with Soul Savvy. There's 3 membership levels: the basic, the mobile plus, and the premium. With the basic, it's for the casual sneaker buyer. Gain access to their one-of-a-kind marketplace built for you, not those resellers. Mobile plus for the sneakerhead who is always on the go. Build a rotation of sold-out sneakers straight from your phone. And then, of course, premium for the sneakerhead who is tired of paying resale. Find your grails and grow your collection in the world's biggest paid sneaker community. Sign up for Soul Savvy by visiting soulsavvy.com/allcity or by downloading the Drops by Soul Savvy app. We all city like the mayor, Eric.
Let's go, dude. Yeah, if you want to have sneaker game, not like Vogt, like Dev. If you want to be like Dev, which you should always endeavor to be like Dev, that is Soul Savvy is the way to go about it.
I look extra short today, don't I? Is that the shot?
No, just a shot. Yeah, you're
just
fine.
how I am?
You are short.
That's just how I am, right? You know what? You know how primo hoagies are? They're dope. They're primo. I love eating sandwiches, fellas. That's a big thing about me, especially when they are the highest quality Thuman meats and cheeses, sliced fresh to order and served on Primo's award-winning seeded rolls, baked fresh every day. Denver, get in touch with your own inner East Coast. If you're from the East Coast, get back in touch with Primo Hoagies. With locations in both Denver and Centennial, you can order your party trays in advance and online at primohoagies.com. Use code DNVR for $2 off a Primo-sized hoagie. When ordering online, it's not just a hoagie, Eric. It's a Primo.
Let's go.
All right, let's bring Ariana back on now.
Oh, boy.
All right, Ariana, we are ready for the next one.
I've been preparing emotionally for this Zeke one the whole time.
Last year, we forgot him and had to do it at the very end. That's our fault. Feels really bad that we forgot him. I blame myself more than anyone else.
Not this time, baby.
Zeke Nnaji.
This is a big deal, I feel. We've got to see something from Zeke this year, so let's see if we get it. Okay, we're getting it, guys. We're getting it. Ace of Wands. Let's go.
Ace of Wands.
Ace of
Let's
Wands.
go.
All right, what are we
Sounds
looking
great.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Let's
it's a
go.
new beginning. It's aces are like the purest. They're the highest octave of the suit, and wands is the suit of passion and activity and like spirit and confidence,
tenacity.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So we should be seeing some new stuff from Zeke Nnaji this year. We should see growth. We should see action.
Yes.
I'm feeling good for him for this year. It'll feel like his first year, I hope.
Oh,
Wow.
I love this. I love this. Can I give you guys some context for last year? We drew the reversed Queen of Pentacles, and we decided that it was anticlimactic, and we shared a laugh about that.
I think it was right.
So
That was
this
accurate.
is a good different reaction for Zeke this time. I think this is where we want to be.
This is perfect. Zeke is sliding into a new role. He needs to be the backup 5 most nights. We see growth. We see this is perfect. I feel I can't believe I was ever worried about the backup 5. Now I'm not worried about any of it. It's perfect.
What else do you think, Ariana? Any other notes on the Ace of Wands?
It's just the best card you can see for a new beginning. There's really no other. There's no better card to see. So I just feel really good about it. I think we can look for him to just seem like he has a new spark. That's how.
I do see one note here that says, trust that this experience, meaning the experience he's about to go on, will open you up to even more possibilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
He could play the 4 and the 5.
All right. Okay.
I just hope new beginnings for Zeke doesn't mean new team for Zeke.
No, listen, I've seen that in the. I'm hearing chatter. No. This is a new beginning on this team. Zeke's role has been deeply undefined. He's been cast aside. He's been forgotten. He's been moved past. Yeah. This is a new beginning. Now we're looking to Zeke to be the guy. And me and the cards and Ariana are big believers. I can't believe it. Let's go.
Unless we do get blindsided by a trade.
And then we'll play.
What we'll do is, in hindsight, we'll work to make it fit. That's what we do.
Oh, strong. Oh, God.
All right. Our next one, Ariana. Hunter Tyson, the rookie. Hunter Tyson, or Hunter.
Is Hunter Tyson the guy that kind of like seems like he's on the same vibe as Christian Braun, kind of?
Yeah, he's a white guy.
Yeah, tall white guy, plays hard.
Kind of dopey.
He's like a Midwest guy, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's South Carolina, but country.
Carolina,
he's country for sure.
You're right.
Country guy. Okay, let's see.
Oh, God.
Okay. The moon. We don't know. This is. You never know with the moon. The moon is hard to figure out, so we might not get clear. Like activity from him. I don't think his whole identity is going to come through this year.
Yeah.
He might do some things that don't make a lot of sense. I don't necessarily foresee him being as like. I don't think he's going to just like jump out and be amazing. I think it's going to take some time to figure out what's going on. Sorry.
I agree with you in the cards, Ariana. It seems like it's going to be an upward climb for him this year.
You know,
up to the moon.
Yeah, I think the moon shows someone who has a long journey ahead of them because they've got to face some stuff. Usually there's like internal stuff that you have to deal with when you see the moon. There's things he's maybe hiding from himself about what would make him a better player.
Yeah.
So I always think of it, it's basically like, you know, when Luke Skywalker has to like go into the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the moon.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
She's so good at this.
Yeah.
I've only ever done tarot with you, but I am certain you're the best at it. I just am 100% certain.
Well,
the way you describe everything, I love it.
I'm certain she's the best because she's deadly accurate every year.
Every year. Ariana, another thing I like about tarot, because you're the one that has introduced me to this. I love the art of the cards. This one has a dog and a wolf howling at the moon.
Why can't you say wolf?
And why do you say it every show?
This comes up a lot. And it represents both the tamed and wild aspects of our mind.
Oh,
That's so Hunter. I just like it.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Hunter.
You know, he's a dog and a wolf. I
Hunter.
like it.
What if it just means he's a werewolf, like an actual werewolf?
He might be.
Or that he's like
a
a
change
golden
of pace.
retriever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on Hunter?
Well, that's so interesting that you said it's a dog and a wolf and he's a hunter. So I'm like, okay, are you going to hunt like a dog? Or are you going to hunt like a wolf? Like I feel like.
She lands the again. Unbelievable.
So
Chills.
good.
Goosebumps.
I'm telling you, she's so
I do
good.
this for a living. It's giving me goosebumps.
Ariana, you make me so unbelievably happy. I can't tell you enough.
I'd love to hear that once from Adam.
You can feel the same way we had when I pulled a lot.
I love it. The next one,
So nice
this
to the
one I'm not
guests.
nervous about. Justin Holiday. You know, what does the universe give us? We'll find out.
Let's find out together.
Someone I don't know anything about, really.
Well, we're about to. Who needs to? We're about to find out everything we need to know right now.
Okay, I don't love this. Reverse justice.
Reverse justice.
Reverse
Reverse
justice.
That doesn't sound good.
That doesn't. Yes,
No.
Good start.
reverse justice
For Justin Holiday.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to pull a clarifying card because I would like to know more about. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So interestingly, the card that I pulled that was the clarifying card, we saw that we're very familiar with this.
Oh no!
The reverse devil.
The
The reverse devil. The reverse devil's good.
That's how I know. So at first I was like, oh, what's that? But
Right.
now I'm like, okay, I think in context it means that he's affected by the win last year. Like that's affecting his mentality a little bit. We will see what that means. Like, I think he wasn't on the team. He wasn't on the team last year.
Right.
So it's like,
Oh.
there's some.
Is it his turn to learn how to let go of hell? Is it his turn?
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Or is it
Brandon-
more that?
Brendan has it exactly right. Brendan has it
Okay.
exactly
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So he hasn't learned how to do it. So there's some stuff he has to take care of.
Right. He's got to learn how to be a Denver Nugget. He's got to learn how
He
to be
just
a
brought
Nugget.
his own Denver Nugget hell with him that he has to let go of.
Yeah, he's got to learn. He's got to learn how to be part of the.
He
the
showed up with
winners.
Denver Nugget hell. He has to let go. Well, God bless him. I'm glad he's part of our team then.
It's our own hell. You know, everyone has their own hell.
Yeah, I know.
Eric lives in his.
Mine's called Earth.
Yeah.
This one I feel like might not be immediately clear to us, but
Oh, boy.
we'll have to keep it in mind as
Okay.
the season goes on. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All righty. Anything else on Justin Holiday?
I'm actually gonna pull one more clarifying card for him.
Ooh, we got a lot of clarification on Justin
We
Holiday.
got to figure it out.
I'm really curious. And this is almost exactly like it. Reverse temperance. So it's
Bro.
like he just he doesn't know how to act right yet. Like he's just
Oh man.
like
Okay.
he might be the type of guy that does some pointless movement still. And we sort of need real action. We don't need pointless movement. So we'll find out. We'll see.
Okay. All righty.
So,
Interesting.
you know what
Triple
I-
reverse from Justin Holiday.
Here's what I'm hearing about Justin Holiday is that he needs to figure out how to work himself into the team correctly.
Yeah.
He's doing things that are maybe working against the team. He needs to let go of it. He needs to embrace being these guys are all winners. He showed up. He hasn't really adopted that yet. He needs to find his flow with the team and not try to
Okay.
do the opposite. So
Okay.
listen, that makes perfect sense to me. And Justin, I hope you're listening. You know,
The next one is very interesting. We've got the rookie, Julian Strawther.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
High hopes for Julian Strawther this year. Very high hopes.
I'm curious about this. Okay, I like this. Reversed hanged man.
Okay.
So that card is very much about like it's time. You gotta just. It's interesting because he's a rookie, but the thing I was going to say is it's time to get going. Like it's time to just to get off the fence and get in there. Even though we haven't like experienced him at all, maybe there's just I don't know. Maybe he's been in this state of surrender for a long time as he's learned how to become a proper player or something like that. We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Maybe this was going on in his past. So he personally is now in a state where it's like you've got to trust yourself. The time is now. You don't have to. There's no more lessons you have to learn. Like just get off the fence.
I'll tell you what, Ariana. Maybe we're talking about a rookie who a big conversation in Denver Nuggets land. Will he play right away? Is he ready to play right away?
There might be a little pause, a little patience.
But I hear this.
Well, yeah, so you take it. I think we're on the same page.
But I'm interpreting this a little bit differently. Julian Strawther talked about how he was asked to just be a shooter at Gonzaga.
Yeah.
At Gonzaga, depending upon your pronunciation. He is coming, and he started off a little slow at Summer League, didn't quite know what he was supposed to be doing. We're seeing him elevated into a position where we actually need his production off of the bench this year.
Wow.
And it's just like, you're not that. You have to actually grow to be more of a complete player. And we've seen it already. This is fantastic, Ariana. I can't believe how great this is.
Yeah. I hope he takes it to heart. Because when the hanged man is upright, it's a pause. It's like not doing a lot. So it's like it can be a big deal to
let it fly, Julian. Let it fly.
I like this one. It says, you may think you're waiting until you feel 100% ready.
Nope.
But guess what? You're probably never going to be 100% ready. So what are you waiting for? Take the leap. Make the decision. Do it before the universe decides it can't wait for you.
That sounds like a open three in the corner, and there's
let it fly, baby.
There is a defender bearing down on you. Don't wait. Let it go.
Let it fly.
Oh, my God. This is incredible.
I like it. All righty. Last one before we take another break here. Jalen Pickett. Another rookie. My guy.
The favorite of Adam.
The favorite of me personally. I'm personally very nervous.
Is Jalen Pickett, is he playing at the 4? Is that his style?
No, he's the one.
He's a point guard. He's a point guard.
Okay, this is the point guard. Okay.
Rookie point guard.
Let's see. Ooh, I like this. King of Pentacles.
Oh,
okay.
the
King of Pentacles.
Holy smokes.
I know, I love that. I hope he acts really, I hope he's generous. I hope
he's
so generous.
Assists?
I like it. Yeah, King of Pentacles is someone you can really rely on. It's somebody who's always there to pinch.
Oh, my God.
God. Adam is so happy right now. You know, when a kid finds out he doesn't have to go to school, that's Adam right now.
No, I think Adam found out he has to go to school. He's excited. What a nerd.
He's just a great. It's just a great card to see. So I hope that. I mean, it's really cool to see a rookie get a king. So the kings are kind of like architects of their suits. So he's like he's the architect of making things happen. Like that can facilitate. So I'm really excited about that.
It's good for a point guard.
Dude,
it's a good sign.
That is the literal perfect card for Julian Pickett. I can't wait.
It talks a lot about leadership, security.
Holy smokes.
Sharing. You know, like these are all traits you want out of your backup point guard, and also kind of describe him in his game.
And I gotta say, like the way that I'm on record saying I think he has a great NBA look.
He does have a good.
The way he styles his hair with the headband kind of looks like a crown.
Like a crown. Oh,
very kingly.
Great observation.
Very kingly.
So true. Think about that. With his hair kind of goes up a little. You're right.
I know.
That's a great one, Eric.
I know.
Look how excited he is.
Yeah.
Talking about Pickett, it's like. He doesn't look like that when he talks about his kids, by the way.
No.
Come on.
I'm just saying. I don't mean to. All right, should we take a little break?
I think we should take a little break here.
I definitely need a break.
All righty. Are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm going to get some water.
All right, get some water. Let's take a break. On the other side, we're starting to get, we're building our way towards the starters. Next up, by the way, Peyton Watson.
Oh, my God, dude.
Peyton Watson. Kale, bring it in here. Bring it in tight on these two pretty faces here. Game time. Yeah. Game time gets you into the best events with the best prices at the last second. And you might realize you want to go to a game and you hadn't planned it, but you're in town.
Yep.
The fellas are in town.
Yep.
and you're trying to watch. That's why you got to pull up Game Time. And listen, there are a lot of competitors, or should I say imposters out there. But at the end of the day, the best prices on the best seats come from Game Time. And when you're watching this show, you know that you get $20 off with code DNVR off that first purchase. Use code DNVR at Game Time. Download the app that's get so many people in so many seats and enjoy your favorite music, sports, etc. in the great city of Denver.
Or beyond.
Or beyond. DraftKings Sportsbook. Oh, yeah. You know what I love about DraftKings? The way I can use it to gamble on all those sports I'm watching.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, the NFL season is going strong, and DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking new customers up with an offer that's even stronger. Bet $5 on any game this week to score $200 instantly in bonus bets. And DraftKings isn't stopping there, folks. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game this October. Get in on the game day greatness. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now, and use code DNVR. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets when you bet $5 on the NFL. That's code DNVR, only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
Woo! Good job,
want to go
dude.
back to the
Good
cards?
job, dude. The crown is yours and Julian's.
Yeah, King Julian.
Where did Julian?
And we are back. Man, we've had some good ones. Pickett so far, Zeke Nnaji. I think those are my two favorite. Julian Strawther. I mean, we've had some good ones so far.
Julian Strawther is the one that I'm keying in on the most. And Zeke.
I'm stoked about Zeke's card. I'm about to buy some Zeke stock, man. Yeah.
Ariana, our next one is I'm not gonna lie, this is a big one. It's a really big one. Peyton Watson coming into his second season. A lot rests on his shoulders. This is a big one. Peyton Watson.
He's the cutie.
Oh, if you say so.
Now we know.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Reverse two of cups.
Wow. Okay.
So he has potential here this year. It's going to be important for him to connect, though. When you have reverse two of cups, there's a little bit of hesitancy around, like,
oh my God,
around sharing your heart or like kind of like connect. I don't know. It's like the butterflies that you get when you have a crush, but you don't know what to do about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my advice to him would be to not be afraid. Yeah. I think what can happen with this card is you get scared and you try to like control your situation rather than connect with your situation.
Oh yeah.
So he just needs to let it happen. Like he needs to let himself be drawn into what he's good at and interested in and not be afraid. That would be my main note for him.
Now, I do see that sometimes the reverse two of cups could signal a breakup or a falling out.
Oh my God.
Is that
I'm
true?
not gonna lie. Sometimes. I mean, it's not as definitive. It's kind of like, you know, when you fight with your partner and rocks and you're kind of on the couch. It's kind of like that. It's not the ultimate breakup where things are really over, but it is this sort of like, you know, we have to work some stuff out and this can't keep happening. It's like that.
How do you feel?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I do not love it.
You don't love this card.
I don't love it. Peyton
I don't
Watson.
love it, but it doesn't scare me as bad as it doesn't feel like an ending to me. It just feels like we got to work through this.
Yeah.
Right.
We love each other, so let's
that's
work
perfect for Peyton, I think. That's perfect. We've seen some struggles. We've seen a lot of the uncertainty and some of the stuff you were describing. Yet 21 years old, no point in really writing him off. This isn't the end of Peyton Watson. But I think we're all prepared for Peyton Watson to go through it a bit this season. So that makes sense to me.
Oh my God, yes. It's this feels like somebody said in the chat, I agree. This feels like the card that Bones would have gotten last year. I don't love this card. I'm nervous about this card. We're wondering how P-Watt is going to fit in. Is he going to be a high leverage player? Is he going to be a guy we rely on to be like a pillar of that bench unit?
Yeah.
I don't love hearing that it's.
I'm going to pull a clarifying card to see if we can get more specific about what it is.
It feels like maybe Mike Malone.
It's kind of similar. It's Queen of Cups. So it's kind of similar to, you know, how Reggie Jackson got the Knight of Cups, the more like immature card that's like the heart of the team, blah, 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 but don't be too emotional. The Queen of Cups is mature. She has emotional maturity, and we need to see that from Peyton Watson. He needs to think and feel with emotional clarity. He needs to be able to like feel things without being knocked off center.
Oh boy.
So he's got to be compassionate towards himself. He has to be compassionate towards others. You know, it's kind of like look into your heart. Like it's very like there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just but you have to have courage. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that basically.
It's very sensitive. Would you say
It's so sensitive.
I'll tell you what I'm hearing.
Let me hear it.
He needs to take coaching.
Yeah.
He needs
to be some hard coaching on him this year.
There's going to be some difficult coaching for P-Watt that maybe he's not ready for, and he needs to not be defensive. He needs to be defensive on the court, but he needs to not be so defeated by the idea that he's getting criticism from members of the coaching staff. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. Oh boy.
He has to be in communion with everything that's happening.
There you go. I like it.
Do you like it? I don't love it.
I mean, I think look, I just expect some trials and tribulations, but sometimes like if you expect something difficult ahead, it almost helps you handle it. So for me, it's like the card is like, you know what? Buckle up, but you can make it through.
Okay. Yep. All right, let's go.
Also, none of these are set in stone. It's more like maybe you should take care of this. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of
something to think about to help you approach it. All right. What about DeAndre Jordan?
Whoo, big one.
What does DeAndre Jordan need to know? Let's see what he is.
This is like the last easy one, guys. Then we get into the tough ones after this.
You better draw the king of vibes.
The king of vibes.
We have an interesting card here, reverse strength. So
strength.
In the context of DeAndre Jordan, I think that when this card is upright, it's strength, but it doesn't always necessarily mean like physical strength. It's kind of like emotional strength.
Yep.
So when this is reversed, it's kind of like actually we might need more physical strength from him. Like aside from just because he is emotionally strong and he is kind of like this button for everybody. I think we could look to him I would like to see more like tough love from him towards the rest of the team.
Okay. He needs to provide some tough love, maybe even to Zeke.
There's a lot of emotions going on in this Nuggets locker room. That's what everybody is feeling raw and they need love. They need comfort.
Yeah. That's definitely the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting it that it's very emotional.
It's a sensitive locker room, but we also need him to provide physical strength when he's the big-bodied five. When he goes out on the floor, he has to take care of guys like Andre Drummond. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's kind of like I bet he smooths stuff over a lot.
Oh yeah.
And that's like I'm sure that's necessary, but it's also we need a little more.
Okay.
Like we need not just that, but a little more than that.
Okay, I like it. I'm good with that one for DeAndre.
Makes sense.
It gets hard from here, guys. We have the big ones coming up now. We have the starting five. We have the starting five, but I think we should start with Michael Malone.
Yeah.
I think before we get to the starting five, we need the coach, Michael Malone.
Can I tell you guys before we pull that card? Last year, we drew for Michael Malone the reverse 7 of swords, needing to get out of his head, especially when it comes to skepticism or overthinking, particularly as it pertains to his connection with his players.
Oh, my God.
Thought that was a great card last year.
Really good card.
Very curious to see what's in the cards for Moach right now.
Oh, my God. Let's go. Oh, jeez.
And now we have to – I won't say anything before I pull it, but, like, he's going through something right now. And I actually wonder if that's what's translating. The other player. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. Like, he just is going through something. Okay, let's see. Interesting. So this is reverse 7 of Pentacles. Okay. It's funny that he gets these reverse 7s. So last year he needed to like get his thoughts together. With reverse 7 of Pentacles, you kind of have to get your actual, it's like you have to get your material things together. It's not necessarily his thoughts, but he needs to be really serious about, I think, assessing the skills of everybody else. So when this card is upright, it's somebody who's kind of looking at their, to me, it's like looking at his team and thinking about how he wants to make decisions. When it's reversed, there's a little bit of like being out of balance doing that. It's like he's not assessing as clear-headedly as he should. So I think for this year, he needs to not be afraid to, well, I mean, the fact of the matter is this is his first time too trying to get a back-to-back. Like, he's never done something like this before. Yeah. And I think there's probably possibly still a little bit of nerves around that. Like, I'm sure he feels pressure. So it's going to be important for him to not only believe in the team, but also like make those right literal material decisions that I don't even know about. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could talk about emotional things, spiritual things, something like that, but I don't know how to actually do the X's and O's. So he has to be like really, really push himself in terms of like playmaking, like getting really deep, because last year was a sort of like miracle thing, and it was this like spiritual thing, and like, like there was a lot of emotions involved, and this is going to require him to be more strategic than he was last year.
Interesting. So here's one thing I'm thinking about, because one of Michael Malone's challenges this year is deciding, does he make a long-term plan? Does he play some younger guys, even though it might take a long time for that experiment to pay off? And I'm reading this, and it says, the reverse 7 of Pentacles can show that you know when to stop investing in something when you see little return.
Oh, boy.
So I almost wonder about that with regards to him investing in younger players, maybe not seeing return, and he has to, hey, we have a bigger goal we have to move to.
Oh, my God. Does that feel like it works in concert with that P-Watt card?
Oh, no, you're right. This is totally right.
It's a big puzzle. It's all fitting together.
Maybe, Malone grew this culture, and he dropped all the Hall of Fame worthy quotes, and he built the Nuggets, but maybe it's time for the most I guess serious and attentive coaching job of his career here to get it done again after the loss of Bruce Brown. I like this.
Yeah, the bench requires his action.
Yeah.
The bench is still very undetermined, undefined, undecided. There's a lot of decisions that need to be made. You need to decide if you're going to go with rookies, vets, who to favor, who to pull back.
Yeah.
I don't love it with that P-Watt card. I will say that. All right. Well, what are we supposed to do, though?
What do you think, hearing us talk through what we think it means, Ariana? What do you think of that? Him maybe trying out certain young players early on and maybe having to make tough decisions through the year?
I totally agree. And I think there's something to, there's so many miracles involved in getting a championship the first time. And sometimes, of course, you like work so, I mean, I've never seen a team more focused than the Nuggets than them wanting to win that championship. It doesn't change the fact that there's all these miracles that go along with it. And I think a lot of times sophomore year, the sophomore slump or whatever it is, it's like you really have, it's like no more miracles, show us the truth, like the truth. Like, just like you said, like no more messing around with the younger players and like you have to do the tough things. Like you can't just like hope something's going to like save you and like carry you through miraculously. It's like you actually literally have to do the tough things and practice.
I think it's a tough pill to swallow. Again, man. It's a tough one. But
listen, if you're going to get a card that says that someone's going to have to make tough decisions, tough action, who better than the head coach?
That's true.
You gotta buy, what I'm hearing is buy some Justin Holiday stuff.
Yeah, buy some Justin Holiday. I didn't have this on the list, but I'm adding it. We should do Calvin Booth.
Yeah.
Calvin Booth also has a big year. The general manager.
Yeah.
He has someone. let's find out what the cards say for Calvin Booth.
Okay. Not a good year for him, I guess.
Oh no!
What do you mean? He's had such a great couple of weeks.
No! What is it?
Let me think about this then. Five of Pentacles. So this card is what you can see sometimes when you. How should I think about this in context? Because he has had a good couple weeks. Usually when you see the Five of Cards, you feel really dejected. You feel really cast out.
Yeah.
And I want to think of in the context of like his stuff. You know, I wonder if so basically when you look at this card, you've got these two like orphans in the snow. It's like a cold card. Like these orphans like in the snow. They're like they seem so lost and bedraggled. And then they look like, they look ostracized and like out of touch with warmth. Yeah. But then you've got this church that's lit from within inside. If they were only to look up, they could go inside and get probably everything they needed, like some food, a place to stay, but they won't look up. So I think this is a card that usually comes up when you have to really understand that you can meet your needs. Like you can figure out how to get the help that you need, but you just might not be used to doing that. So I kind of wonder a little bit if Calvin Booth represents the church here.
Oh boy.
And it's going to be important for people to like trust in him, but they might find it difficult to do so, even though he's like proven himself time and time again. There's definitely like a learning how to break out of cycles that you didn't start. I actually think he's taking on the burden of Nug life.
Oh no, Calvin, don't do that.
Like,
well, I have an interpretation of this.
Yeah, okay. What's your interpretation?
There's a little bit of a rift. People are not looking to him the way that they did. They're feeling a little bit like they're looking at him a little differently than they did maybe a few weeks ago. This doesn't sound permanent to me, but it is something to where Calvin has to sort of change the way that he's operating. And I think that, this to me is not damning. It's just sort of like, especially at this exact moment in time, we kind of have to figure out a way to do things a little differently, move forward.
Yeah. Are you kind of referring to the interview?
I am referring to the interview.
I think for me, Joe, what's that? I think what I think of this, if we put together the Malone card, the Peyton Watson card, and now this card, this one is about a little self-sabotaging, a little bit of like, you're focused too much on a very specific thing and it's causing you to miss out on the solutions that are in front of you. This could be a little bit of a zeroing in on Peyton Watson. You're so focused maybe on the one thing. Maybe it's not Peyton. Maybe it's something else. But so focused in on one thing that's not working out the way you expected.
Oh, my God.
And then it becomes almost self-sabotaging because you're missing, hey, there is something bigger at play here, but you're so focused on this one thing. Does that sound kind of right?
Yes, that sounds dead on to me. Like,
man.
Trials ahead, man. Trials ahead. It happens.
All right.
All right, we have the starting five. Let's take our last little break. On the other side, we got the starting five.
Oh my God, everyone strap in, dude.
The most important one, I feel, of all, not even the starting five, it's us,
the Nuggets fans,
the fan base, which we always end with. So let's take a quick break, Ariana. We'll do this starting five on the other side.
Somebody give me a bag to breathe into.
When I was younger, I learned very quickly that talk therapy was not just helpful, it's arguably essential to taking care and maintaining your mental health. And BetterHelp wants to make that even easier for you than ever before. You can get connected with a licensed therapist. You can do it at home. You don't have to leave your home. And you can keep going until you make sure you've established a good connection with that therapist. You can switch, no questions asked. And again, they are licensed. If you benefit from therapy, like I have, then you know that this stuff is essential. So let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/DNVR to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DNVR. And finally, let's close this wonderful show with our wonderful friends Backus and Shanker. If you've been hurt in an automobile, I'm not that much shorter than you. What happened? Is Is how I said. If you've been hurt in an automobile or at work or as a pedestrian, thank you. And it's not your fault. There's one thing you should do, and it's the number 2. Call Backus and Shanker at 222-2222 to set up a free consultation. In fact, they're not going to charge you to take on your case either. They don't charge you until they've won your case, and they do win. They've won over $1 billion for their clients over the years. Backus and Shanker helps with all kinds of injury cases where you weren't at fault. Call them at 222-2222 to find out if you have a case for free. Backus and Shanker, they win. Thank you for this.
All righty, back here. It's big time right now. Ariana, our starting 5.
Oh my God.
I'm nervous. How do you feel?
I feel good. I was actually going to check in with you guys. How's your mental health right now?
I feel good.
I am troubled about P. Watts here.
Yeah.
I'm troubled
about it.
I'm a little nervous, but I also realize that as the starting 5 go, so go the Denver Nuggets. So I'm ready for the hard-hitting tarot.
The last thing I'm going to say is I hope that we all embrace whatever we see. I'm so serious because, like, you know, I think it's really true about sophomore year is tough. And, like, it's important to really not run from challenges. So that's all I'm going to say.
I love that. I love it. I agree. You always give us the right perspective. That's it.
I know I was on the ledge. I'm right back off it.
Whatever the cards say, we're ready for it. All right, KCP.
Doctor.
Last year, we pulled a reverse 7 of cups. Come down out of the clouds, get grounded, get real.
Okay.
So real, dude.
Okay, let's see what's going on with him. Interesting. Reversed Queen of Wands. Okay. So I think reverse Queen of Wands, it's funny for him. Sometimes she gets a little pissed off when things like don't go the way she wants them to go. So when she's upright, she's very optimistic. She's very confident. She's a pleasure. She's like a total pleasure to be around. She loves life. But I think the thing about the Queen of Wands sometimes is she doesn't always take disappointment very well. Like
sounds like my ex.
She kind of she sort of doesn't get it. So when she does get disappointed about something or other, it can kind of like piss her off a little bit. So I think for KCP, he will have to work out how he responds when he's feeling like disappointed or is like someone's not doing what he wants them to do. Like his big challenge this year is going to be challenging his passion appropriately. That's going to be his big thing this year. All right. But he ultimately is the Queen of Wands. So it's kind of like when this card is reversed, it's kind of like you're good. You just need to like shift to channeling this productively. So he has to make sure that he's like stays in alignment with himself.
I have a question here. It says the Queen of Wands encourages you to get to know your shadow self, the lesser known and sometimes darker side of who you really are.
The dark side of Pope?
What would that mean?
I mean, I think it's that same thing where I don't know. I think he pops off. I think he can pop off. And I think like that it's important for him to be able to deal with how much energy he has. Like he's an energetic guy and like he's a passionate guy. And I don't think he's the type to get depressed. I think he's the type to get mad.
Okay.
Like that.
What if KCP gets in on the vindication that's in the water in Denver and that Lakers team that he won a title with that didn't really quite seem to embrace him as a Nugget.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw, he said recently he didn't really hear from those guys after winning this ring.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Maybe
really?
KCP's shadow self is, you know what? F those guys. Let's do it again for Denver. I hate the Lakers too.
I thought maybe he was just mad about being left off the top 100.
Oh, that's a better one. I was stretching, so yours makes a lot more sense.
Channel both of those things. I like it that we can, channel the inner, even though he's optimistic and charismatic and all those things the Queen of Wands brings. Channel the inner anger. I like it.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Okay. Michael Porter Jr.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Hit or miss over the years.
The most memorable card I think in history was Michael Porter's Tower.
The Tower. Oh my God.
That's the most memorable one.
Oh God.
Come on, Michael. Yes, thank God.
Let's go. I love when I hear it. Yes.
Happily ever after. We're finally good, guys.
We're good.
What is the card?
Is it the year of Mike?
Year of Mike. I'm so happy to see this card for him.
What is it? Which card is it?
The card of joy. It's the card of finding your family, finding harmony.
Oh my God. This is the best thing that's ever happened.
It's truly, this card is truly like that. And they all lived happily ever after.
What's it called?
The 10 of Cups.
10 of Cups. Oh my gosh.
Well, tens are nice because they're always like the end of a cycle of some kind. And so with Cups, it's like the end of an emotional cycle.
Oh my God.
They're like dancing and like they're cheering. So it's it's a very nice, I'm very happy to see it for him.
Thank you for the best 5 minutes of my life.
Yeah. I've never seen Brendan Vogt smile.
Just so you guys know, man, everything with Mike is such a perfect full circle. Last year, it was Heart being stabbed with 3 swords. You didn't actually tell us what that Heart card was called. You just called it Heart being stabbed with 3 swords. And we realized the truth hurts. And there was something he needs to understand or accept about himself. Yeah. But guess what? Wow. I think he did. And now it's happier ever after.
Oh, my God. We're dancing under a rainbow.
Wow. I forgot he got that card last year. That poor guy. Like, he's been really through.
Been through so much. So much.
I know. The one thing he can look on is that he's an NBA champion. Yeah. So it's fine.
Well, I think he overcame it. That was his trial, and then
now it's
overcoming it.
We're into the
but now we're in the reward part because this card is blissful relationships.
Oh
harmony,
my God, dude! What?
Alignment.
So nice. I'm really pleased to see it.
This feels like Michael Porter in perfect alignment. I love it.
Yeah, all of the other emotional issues that are apparently going on in the Denver locker room, Mike is just above it, man. He's vibing out.
Michael Prosper Jr.
Let's go. Sharing this bond with the people around him.
Oh my God, dude! And did that card had a rainbow? Did it not?
Yes, it had a beautiful rainbow.
The rainbow of the Denver Nuggets.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude!
Oh man.
I'm not wearing my rainbow jersey. I forgot.
The side panels have rainbow.
Is there anything else we need to know about this one? I mean, I just feel so great about this.
No, leave that one right where it is. I think
I think it's great. I mean, I think that I think it is important to know, to like appreciate that we've gotten to this point with him because it's been really hard.
It has been hard, and we do appreciate it. No one understands us like these tarot cards do.
That's so true. What an arc. You could almost tell Michael Porter Jr.'s entire career through the tarot cards he's gotten every year.
This is why I keep tripling down. Like
because of the tarot cards?
No, like you think you've seen something in how he plays. I've spoken to fate.
Dude, I love that Brendan is literally pulling receipts based off this tarot card. It's amazing. Yeah. Let's go.
Ariana, that one felt so good. Anything else on this one?
I'm just happy to see it. That's
I
all
love it. I love it.
Let's go. Right. Yeah, Mike.
Let's go to the Vibes Master, AG, Aaron Gordon.
I'll tell you real quick, friends. Last year, this was our maybe most apt one last year, Ariana. You pulled the Chariot, all about victory, intense victory at all costs, stepping into himself as an adult, embracing the healthy ego, and staying committed to his goals. My goodness.
Yeah,
did that describe great. AG to a T last year?
I am so happy and I'm bracing right now. I'm bracing. Oh my God. Please.
What are we going to see?
Oh God, make it good, please.
So I'm going to put this in context of like, what do we see after the Chariot? Like, what's the next phase for him? Okay, this is interesting. So reverse 10 of Wands. I think we've seen this possibly before. So reverse 10 of Wands is like taking some of that burden off of his back, interestingly.
That should have been Mike.
Yeah. No, literally. That's actually so accurate because they're both 10s. These are both 10s. So some of the like role playing stuff that AG did to step into his full adult role last year, now we're shifting that a little to Michael Porter Jr. And AG, I'm sure, got a lot out of being the mule. Like, I think he got a lot out of being the guy who can, like, facilitate, the muscle that and the power that Jokic maybe didn't even want to do sometimes. Yes. So now we just need to see him be willing to do that, be willing to delegate some of the power that he's built up within himself and like delegate a little bit to other people and like be willing to share some of his role. Not all of it. Like right. I don't want to see him like totally changing or anything like that. But I'd love to see him pass one or two of those responsibilities off to other people. And I think that might even be part of why some of these other cards are so emotional, because people are like probably frustrated adjusting to these new responsibilities, these new delegations. I mean, people are being asked to step up.
Okay.
Step up time.
Yeah.
Delegate and share the work. All right. Do you have an interpretation?
I just think that, we're talking about a group that had success beyond their wildest dreams last year. And now it's about settling into how to work together in a long-term way. Like, he doesn't have to always be, as she says, the muscle in the middle. He can be a little bit more deferential. He could work on dishing assists. He could work on all the things that make other people better. Not that he doesn't, but I mean, he could focus maybe a little bit on that part of his game to get the machine that is the starting five working even more efficiently. Is it possible?
I just think he's going to pass more.
Yeah.
And I think that's been Aaron Gordon's big preseason.
That's what I just said.
That is what you just said. I hadn't spoken in a while, so I just wanted to.
Adam was like, oh, yeah.
That's great, Vogt.
Thank you. Yep.
Man.
I looked at Eric's notes.
I like it, Ariana.
Yeah. It gives me the idea that I think he's going to pass more.
Okay. Ariana, great idea. That's so great.
Very perfectly said.
I don't know where I got that.
It just came to you, man. That's amazing.
That would be awesome if you just grab and you're like, he's got to shoot. Next.
Just keeps getting bigger.
Dude, oh my God.
Jamal Murray.
Oh my God.
Last year for Jamal Murray.
Here's where I'm like, sometimes I wish I could like opt out of these.
Last year he got the 8 of Pentacles. Do not work too hard, we told him. He did
a good job of that. He paced himself.
True.
From the 8 of Pentacles. So usually with the 8 of Pentacles, that card's like, get the job done. Just focus and get the job done. So he listened. He did that. What's his role this year? Ooh, interesting. I love this. Reversed Hierophant. This is so cool.
Okay.
The Hierophant, when it's upright, is all about tradition. It's all about following the rules. It's a kind of card where you have to think inside the box. And it's not really open to people who kind of do their own thing. Like it's just not how you do things. Some ways you can think about this is like, for example, like when you get married, there's a lot of like really well-known rituals. The bride wears a white dress. You don't wear white to a wedding because the bride's wearing the white dress. So it's like all these kind of like, and you perform all these rites because you hope you'll have the reward for performing these rites. I wear the white dress so I can get my wedding ring and get married. That's like stuff like that. So it's not like done for nothing. It's done because you want to get to a certain place. Okay. So when it's reversed, I love this. So when it's reversed, it's like you're breaking out of the mold. You're breaking out of the features.
Yeah.
Breakout season? Year of Jamal Murray?
Doing something totally different. So I love it because it shows him as a bit of a maverick. Like this is kind of a maverick card.
Not a Dallas Maverick.
No.
I'm just clarifying.
I shouldn't have said that. That was the wrong word. But he shouldn't be afraid of being kind of revolutionary on the court. Like he should feel free to do all kinds of crazy shit. It kind of reminds me of like, remember when he did that absolutely crazy thing at the basket? He kind of like almost fell under the basket and he like threw the ball up. He like did a twist and then like threw it up.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it was like against the Suns or the Lakers.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
And it was just so ridiculous. It was like totally bizarre. I mean, Jokic is actually a lot like this card.
Yeah, but non-conventional. Yep.
Totally unconventional. So we want to see this from Jamal too. We want to see totally unconventional Jamal this year. And I love it. I love it. He's not going to have to play by the rules. So I think that's a really cool card for him.
I have an interpretation I'm curious about if you guys are curious here.
She pass more?
We talk a lot about Murray being an all-star this year, which would be, conventional, doing things the conventional way. I do wonder if a little bit of this is like you know what? He's always broken the mold. Everyone thinks like he's the only player in history that has to prove it in the regular season, right? Maybe it's one of those things where it's like, maybe he doesn't. Maybe his path is this different way and it breaks the mold. He's the greatest player, but somehow doesn't fit into the greatest player mold.
And it just has to be that way. It's an essential aspect of who he is. So maybe.
I also just like that, he and Jokic play in it's conventional in some senses in that it's the pick and roll.
Yeah.
But what he then does is very unconventional. Oftentimes, like Ariana says, he does a fall, the spin, the throw. He's like Jamal Murray plays the game his own unique way. And this being the year of Jamal Murray, now confirmed by these cards, like that says to me, like, we're just going to see Jamal go off.
Okay.
This is great.
I also really like Adam's interpretation of like, yeah, he might want to be an all-star, but it is true that that might not be the lens he necessarily needs to look through to get validation. Like, I just don't, like, I don't know.
Right.
He might be more special than that. I don't know.
I do love this idea. I mean, as much as I want it for Jamal, like he deserves. Sorry,
Jamal.
But there is something neat about him keep winning championships and never getting the accolades, and and eventually getting to a point where it's like, yeah, you guys were just wrong. He did this in the way that broke the mold that you guys saw this through.
That's what's so revolutionary about reverse hierarchy is it breaks the mold and it says there's something wrong with your system if you're not like.
This whole courtroom's out of order.
Yeah, I love that from Jamal. This is the year of this whole courtroom's out of order. I like that. I feel good, man. I feel good, and all we have is two left.
Oh my god,
we have two left. Nikola Jokic.
Oh god.
Last year for Jokic, we drew the reverse hangman, and
it's the best card.
Our interpretation coming down off the cross.
Yep.
And he sure did. He sure did.
And who has reverse hangman this year? Somebody has reverse hangman this year.
We did.
It was a clarifier, I think.
It was a Justin Holiday clarifier, I believe, or something like that.
Okay.
Oh god.
She came down off the cross. So what's your role this year? Oh, I love it. The fool. This is his card.
That's the card. That's the card I used for the promo of Joker.
Heck yeah.
This makes me so happy. This is the literal Joker card.
It is the Joker card. It's the one I picked.
This one feels too good to be true.
Don't you guys feel like tarot is real? Because I do. It's like so.
We don't feel like anything. You keep being proven it's real.
I mean, the Nuggets won a championship. I just believe in everything.
They won a championship, and you said it was going to happen.
Like, what can I say, guys? It's the Joker. Like, what can I say?
It's perfect.
Wow. All right, well, tell us about it.
It's you do you, man. Like, you
oh
do
my
you.
God.
It's so true.
Like,
so true. A little out of shape to enter the season. Who cares, man? Do it your way,
dude.
Do it your way.
Oh,
sure.
you're not you don't have enough reverence for the game of basketball to some outsider point of view. Do you, Jokic? Do you, Joker? I love this. This is beautiful. What a beautiful thing.
It's so weird. I'm just putting that on my head because it's like so
yes.
Like, can we stop? We pulled the Joker for Joker. Okay, I'm done. That's what but if I want to talk about like what this card signifies in tarot, it's just this fool. The fool kind of wanders. Like he doesn't really he doesn't really have necessarily like a goal. He just feels it's incredible how much it's connected to him. It's just someone who feels as though he's in touch with every part of life, and he doesn't even really seem. Like,
I mean,
the reason that it's 0 is that he doesn't even seem to understand that he has an ego or anything like that. Like it's just sort of like he's just one with everything.
Yeah.
It's really like mythologically, it's like what it feels like before the fall. It's like perfect innocence.
Oh, how far before the fall?
Like before you feel like split.
Yeah, dude.
For some reason. So I don't know what more to say. Like
that,
I believe in tarot, I guess.
That card is so carefree
gosh.
To look at the image of that card,
Yeah.
he's just approaching the world exactly on his own terms. He is who he is. Success has found him, whether or not he wants it or not. Like, he just does things the way that makes sense to him. And do we want more of that? Yes, we do.
I love that the Fool is carefree. He's like unbothered by everything, you know? He's like above it. He's above everything, sort of floating around. I love it. It's perfect for him.
Oh, my God.
I'm having kind of an out-of-body experience right now.
Why play this season?
This is unbelievable. This has been a very encouraging year, I feel. Like, this was a very encouraging year of tarot.
Yeah, it has its ups and downs, but I like
Peyton.
what we're seeing for the starting five. It's like incredible.
Yeah, the starting five. We're a little unsure what Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's card means for him.
But
there's a little consternation, but a
little dark KCP in there, but I think good.
But I'm saying in this context of everyone else, obviously being they're growing, they are progressing, they are staying on the path. In that context, that's okay. I mean, like the starting five.
I'll pull a clarifying for KCP to see if there's anything more that we.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to stay grounded. Reversed Ace of Pentacles is like, come on, like accept that the gift is like, accept the gift. Stop looking the gift horse in the mouth. Like, it's very like.
Whoa! Would Jokic give him a gift horse?
That would be incredible.
So I think it's positive. It's kind of like. It's kind of when you're telling your friend, like, snap out of it. Like, you're fine. Like, don't worry. Like,
oh, man.
Like,
does Christian Braun challenge him for that spot?
That would be great. That would be good for everybody. But chill, KCP. It's yours. It's yours. I think that's
or accept the new role. Well, either way, I'm feeling great about this.
Either way, you're a 2-time champion trying to become a 3-time. You got it. Perhaps the most important and the final one.
Oh, my God.
What do we need to know, Ariana? What do you, what do me, and everybody watching this need to know? The Nuggets fan base.
Famously, you asked us to let go of hell.
The
Cards asked us to let go of hell. And we did, and we were rewarded.
I regard that advice as like among the best advice I've ever received in any context.
Yeah. Yes.
I literally last year was about letting go of hell. If I could describe last year, it was about letting go of hell. And we let it go, and we arrived in heaven.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, Let's find out.
Okay. This is for all the Denver communities, for everyone who's watching. Here's our role. Here's our role for this next year. Ooh, okay. So this is reversed Seven of Swords.
Swords scare me. This ones are a little volatile. The swords, I've noticed.
Reverse Seven of Swords. We need to be very cognizant of what we're thinking. We need to notice when we're having distorted thinking.
Okay.
Because when this card is reversed, it's looking back to when we've bottomed out before.
Okay.
So,
Nug life?
Yeah.
So when you see this card, you're refusing to look forward. You keep looking back instead of like moving on. So this is the card of moving on. So when this card is reversed, it asks us to make sure that what we're thinking is what is actually going on and not just like a symptom of how we're feeling emotionally, if that makes sense. I think with this card, it's like if and I think this happens a lot in sports, to be perfectly honest, like you can have very strong emotions about something and you quickly jump to trying to make the narrative. Like this, put these emotions into words to a narrative so I can like control what's going on instead of just being like, maybe I'm just scared about what's happening with my team. And that's it. And there's nothing more to it. So for this card for this year, I would say avoid the false narrative. That's the advice that I give with this card. So stay away from false naratives.
Maybe we don't need to say that they're not contenders after a month of not playing defense this time. Like we can lighten up. We can maybe chill out a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Or this is learning how to accept success. This is learning how to not fall back on the downtrodden way that the Denver Nuggets fans, team, community has regarded the Denver Nuggets over the 47-year history as sort of a punching bag. And it's time to this is not let go of hell, but this is reformat the way that you are thinking of yourself, because it is time to move on. It's time to claim the mantle.
It's the golden era.
If the golden era, this is perfect.
Yeah. Let change happen. It's hard to change. Even when you get the change you want, it's difficult because you're like letting go of part of your identity. I don't even think it's possible to understand how entrenched the Denver identity of Nug life has been, even though we did the hard. It's like that's what's so interesting is last year we actually literally had to do the hard work to let go of hell. And now it's kind of like, don't forget you let go of hell.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like that. It's like, it did happen. Like, it's not happening anymore right now. It already happened. So like, move on.
This is the card of imposter syndrome. This is the card of dealing with, it's what it says, dealing with imposter. You may doubt yourself and your abilities, but you need to trust that you do belong where you are.
Denver Nuggets fans, listen up. Drop the imposter syndrome. We belong here. We're part of Rings culture. You can't be talked down to by these other squads that think they understand what it is to be a basketball fan. Nug life is dead. Nug life is gone forever. It is redefined, and it's time to really embrace it and to act the part.
Yeah.
So true.
No
Ariana,
more chicken.
This might have been the best one yet.
This is incredible, dude.
This is incredible. Honestly, every year I'm telling you, this is such a fun thing we do. I'm so happy that you are in our lives and a part of this. And I gotta say, we almost brought Ariana out to do this in person. And I regret we didn't have it in the budget this year, but we're going to have it next year through hell or high water.
Yeah.
Ariana. And tell me in the chat if you guys think this. Would love to spend a week with Ariana, have her come out here, throw a big party at the bar to celebrate you being here, and even do tarot readings here at the bar. You know, you could come get your own. Would you like that, Ariana? Would that be...
I would absolutely love that. Absolutely love that.
We're going to have to do it next year. We might even get a Nuggets ticket for you so we can go to the game, you know, for opening day and everything. Just really make the vibes perfect.
If I were to make a list of people most responsible for what the Nuggets pulled last year, number 1, Nikola Jokic.
That's what I said.
Number 2, Ariana. Number 3, the tarot cards themselves. Yeah. And then 4 through 5, Murray, whatever. Like, that's it.
Ariana, thank you so much for everything you do for all of us in Nuggets Nation.
And I'm just going to plug my actual tarot readings.
Please.
You can actually get a tarot reading with me if you want.
Really? Remotely? You do it remote? You can do it like Zoom?
She's doing it Zoom right now?
That's true.
So you just have to go to dreamcitytarot.bigcartel.com and we'll put it in the...
Yeah, I can put it in the description.
Put it in the description. Yeah.
And yeah, if you want to tip me on Venmo, you can tip me on Venmo, whatever you want. And I'm looking forward to reading for anyone who wants a reading. This is not just for basketball players. It's for anyone.
That's not how I understand tarot. I understand it to be exclusively for basketball players.
Send me both of those things. Text me, Ariana. We'll put them in the description. We'll have it. And I'm serious about this, guys. Don't super chat us today. Don't super chat us. Super chat Ariana via Venmo. Give her the tip. Guys, I mean this sincerely. This really is a thing that's not just one fun day of the year. It's part of the story that we all get to tell. So if you appreciate that story, honestly, show Ariana how much you appreciate her. And like I said, next year we'll have you out here for all of this, and we'll get to do this in person.
Yeah, or during the obvious next championship, we'll just have you come for that. I mean, what's the problem?
Perfect.
We're in the golden era, guys. Thank you so much.
We're in the golden era. Ariana, thank you so much. Everybody for tuning in. Thank you. Guys, we have a big guest next week coming on. One, a shiny gold guest. You guys could probably figure out who that one is. And second, I'll only tease it by saying almost certainly, the richest person to ever be on the show. I'll just tease that. I don't know. Has Kill technically been on the show? Probably the richest person ever been on the show. So take that for what you will. Next Monday, that'll be that show. Everybody hit the like button on the way out. Have a great weekend. We love you.